Hi guys, it's Marianne. I hope you're doing super fantastic today. I was trying to do this outside on the deck, but it's been raining for 4 days straight and the rain won't let me think. I think it stopped right now, but I have never seen so much rain in my life, and it comes down in sheets. I mean, like hard, then it stops, then it comes back. Rainy season is supposed to be over already, but I don't know, it kind of started late this year and it appears that it's not going to go anywhere. So we're enjoying the rain. Interestingly enough, there's a bunch of produce that wasn't supposed to be here anymore still at the market, like tomatoes and pineapples, which has all the locals like wowed. You know, March, you're not supposed to have those things in the market. I am happy. Anyway, you know, on the island of Vanuatu, there's really not any big animals on land that are dangerous. The dangerous animals are in the water. They have a poisonous snake whose mouth is really little, so it can't really bite you. It just goes, you know, between your fingers and your toes, so if you swim fast enough, it won't get you. You know, of course, sharks. But there are some insects, you know, that are so friendly, and one of them is the centipede. Thank goodness I've never seen one, and I hope I don't. Peter's been here for 2 years and he hasn't seen one either. I understand that they're very ugly and they can also bite you and hurt you. They'll kill a small child. If they bite you, your foot or your hand or whatever they bite is going to get very, very swollen, but they won't kill you. It'll hurt. I've heard it hurts terrible. So anyway, we're talking about centipedes 2 nights ago with some friends that came over for dinner. And Miami says, you know, one day I was in the shower washing my hair with my eyes closed, and all of a sudden a centipede came up the drain and bit me. Can you imagine? I mean, what can you do? Nothing. When I'm shampooing my hair and I got my eyes closed, I'm always thinking about what I'm going to do during the day, you know, organizing myself, and got bitten by a centipede. I put a big damper on my things to do. I'm telling you, I don't want to see these things. Then she told me that when her son was 2.5 years old, her husband was on a business trip one day, and he's sleeping, and all of a sudden he wakes up crying. So she goes to see him, and on the way she crosses, you know, paths with a centipede. So she knew that the baby had gotten bitten. So she grabbed her son and ran out to a neighbor who's a nurse, and she says, I'm crying, help, help, you know, and this nurse opens the door, and you know, there's a thing called tomona here. It looks like a lemon, and they make an oil out of it. And she said that, you know, this nurse put that on the baby, and within 5 minutes, the baby was fine and nothing happened. So that was interesting. But to crown the night, Miami's married to Kevin, who is an absolute nut. I mean, this guy, there's videos of him feeding sharks, you know, in 90s, 95, 97, something like that. You know, I don't think, not in this lifetime, I don't think I can do something like that. He's brave. In these videos, he's just holding these bags full of fish heads, and there's a bunch of divers behind him, and he's just struggling to open these bags, and you got all these big, huge sharks above his head, and, you know, and then he just like, boom, gets out of there as fast as he can, and you see these sharks come down and just destroy the pole and everything. Anyways, he was telling us that he was on a flight one day, and you know, between Vanuatu and Australia, or Australia Vanuatu, I don't know which way he was going, but at any rate, he looks up, and you know, where everybody stores, you know, the storage bins, he sees 2 centipede legs come out. He's like, oh, great. And this thing falls on top of a woman that's sitting in front of him. So he stands up and says, you know, he just whacks her one, and like this thing on the woman's breast. She didn't even notice it. And, you know, this thing starts running and gets underneath his seat inside this lady's crochet purse. So Kevin grabs the centipede and he just starts squishing it, and he says the centipede is like 1, 2, 3 biting his hand, you know, and Kevin's thinking, I'm not gonna let go of this thing because it's gonna disappear in the airplane, and gosh, you know, who knows what it's gonna do. So finally he squished it and killed it, and that the whole airplane was, Crocodile Dundee, ha ha. Okay, you know what? At the first bite of the centipede, I would have thrown that purse on the floor and just, I don't know. Yeah, some people are just brave. So anyway, I thought I'd share that little centipede tale with you. And here's hoping that I don't see any ever. Okay, have a great week, guys. Be happy, be well, and I'll see you soon.